Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking Tennessee Bourbon. All right, Ben, what's this concoction that you've got on the bar?
This is, bam, it's a sample from Bike Riding Brian Vaughn. Thank you, Brian. This is Nashville Barrel Company, small batch, 6-year. You mentioned Tennessee because it's Nashville.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're sourcing or what the deal is.
Well, I mean, do we actually know that there's not another Tennessee somewhere else that it could be from?
I'm not prepared to comment on that. So here's
never heard
what
of one,
I
but-
know about this company.
Okay, thanks, Brian, by the way.
Nothing. I did go on their website and I kind of looked up some of their products. They do a lot of like single barrels, like people do a lot of picks of this. So I don't know if it's kind of one of those companies where they source and blend and then people come and do picks of it. I've seen some store picks of this and been interested, and it has a very, very good reputation for being really good bourbon. So I'm looking forward to getting into this.
But do you think they actually own and distill their own juice?
That I don't know, and I probably could have looked that up. But I went on their website, and there just wasn't a ton of information.
Sure, yeah.
So this is cask strength. It's let's see, I've got the information right here from Brian, 115.20 proof. And so one of the things I noticed on their website is they have the regular 6-year small batch.
Okay.
And it says in the description, all of our products are cask strength, but then they have a cask strength offerings. I don't really know what the deal is there. So we're just going into this one with no information. We're going to base all of our opinions solely on
on the flavor.
smell and taste. And so far on the nose, this smells fantastic.
Huh.
That just kind of smells like everything you want a bourbon to smell like.
You know, I got a image when I smelled this that was like salty sea air, which I don't think I've ever got before. And
It's an I love bourbon. It's a peat moss. And I'm getting like all kinds of like,
get some wood spice. I can see it being kind of traditional.
I'm getting like all the flavors you would expect out of a
There's
bourbon.
something about it that's got like I don't know, something. Anyway, I'm going for it.
Let's get into the palate. Cheers. Interesting, that's a lot softer on the palate than I was expecting. At 115 proof, it drinks less in alcohol bite, but it drinks every bit the flavor of 115 proof. This is one of those ones that walks that balance very nicely, where when you have a cask strength version of something, sometimes the alcohol bite, the ethanol
it's a punch in the face.
will win
Yeah.
out over
Yep.
the flavors. Because obviously when you water down and proof down a bourbon, you're proofing down the flavor, but you're also proofing down the alcohol, so it makes it easier to drink, but you are losing a little bit of flavor there too. And this one is one of those good ones where you get that nice balance because all the flavors are there, but the ethanol isn't overwhelming.
So I'm getting a flavor note that I don't know if I've ever got before, but it's maple donut. Not just maple flavor, but the pastry donut. And so I have a question for the viewers.
I'm with you on that. The pastry vibe, for sure.
So the long kind of like rectangular donut,
Yeah.
the maple on top, those have different names based on where you live in the country.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't say the name.
Okay. So I'm curious, like, what do you refer to those as?
Long John.
Okay, I think that's what people around here
That's
call
kind of the general one, at least that's what I've always heard.
I always heard bar, just maple bar.
Oh.
But in different parts of the country, people probably have different
To
names.
refer to a donut?
Yeah, the rectangular one that doesn't have a hole in the middle.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
This has a really nice balance. I think that these the Nashville Barrel Company, like the picks, kind of have a reputation I've seen from multiple sources of kind of being a stag junior killer.
Wow.
We do have a couple of picks from Brian that he sent, so I'm thinking maybe in a live stream, get into a couple of those and check them out.
I would say this is really good. I like it a lot.
Very good.
It's not unicorn of unicorns, or.
No, I don't think it's unicorny at all, but I mean, it's.
But if this were a reasonable price, I would own it and keep it on the shelf.
Yeah, for sure. It's really good. I'm getting back to the pastry thing. I'm definitely getting some pastry vibes, like the fried donut kind of pastry.
This is really good. Like, I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it just kind of has a little bit of everything, and it's all well balanced where none of the flavors are fighting with
The
each
one
other.
thing I'm not getting is char, so I wonder if they lightly, like you could convince me this is a toasted barrel or even a lightly toasted, lightly charred barrel.
I would agree with you on that. It doesn't come across as, I mean, it's 6 years, so
Okay.
you can get decent age out of 6 years. You can get a good
Sure.
bourbon out of that. But it's not obviously hyper aged. It's not getting into the 10 plus or.
Yep.
But yeah, I would agree with you on that. It doesn't come across as overly. You get some oak on it a little bit, but it's kind of a background, you
Right.
know.
Yep.
Whereas this one, it's like all those sweetness flavors are up front, and this bourbon is just all that kind of candy sweetness goodness. So if you like that, I think this one's definitely
Agreed.
a good solid go-to. So I'm impressed with this. It's my first taste of anything from Nashville Barrel Company. So far so good.
Yeah, right. Totally agree.
All right, well, this has been Nashville Barrel Company 6 year on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Till next time. See you next time.